Richard Matharoo here. Let me ask you a quick question. Think about the answer. How many representatives are currently in your direct sales company or any home business that you're building, right? 10,000, 20,000 and upwards from there, right? And then think about the whole home, try saying that fast, business industry. How many representatives are in that as a whole? Pushing similar type of products, promoting in a very similar type of way to the similar group of people. You can quite easily see how it gets very, very competitive. And if you don't have amazing results, how are you going to compete and stand out against all of those? And particularly the slice of them that have got success and have got results. There are some specific steps you need to take to market your direct sales business effectively if you would all want to make sales, open people's minds, and build that large customer network that you're probably looking to build. I'm going to teach you what you can do in this video, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So like I just said, you just don't want to try and swim in the same pool as everybody else. It gets bumpy. Have you ever watched like a swimming race, like a triathlon, where they jump into the sea and they swim, you know, round and back again? It's like it's elbows, people are getting dunked under. It's messy. So wouldn't it be much easier if you could go out there in front of the rest of the course and have smooth waters? Like that would be so much easier for the same course, the same distance, because you changed the environment that you were playing in. And that's what you want to do when you market your home-based business, right? Direct sales, network marketing, it doesn't really matter. The tip I'm going to give you is the same. So to move yourself outside of the competition, regardless of your results, regardless of your experience, what you want to do is solve in your marketing, partially solve a specific problem for a specific group of people, and then let them know for the full solution to complete what we call the loop. Then they need to come to you with your chosen method of delivery. That may be an online presentation they opt in for. It may be a phone call, they set an appointment with you, attending a webinar, attending an event. You can choose that. There's flexibility with that. It's just the method that goes before that that is going to have them with their eyes open. See, it doesn't matter what you show people, it does a little bit, but what matters the most is what they see. How are you setting up the presentation, the information about your business? That's going to have them open or completely closed, and that's why this is the great way to build it. It's the best way to build it. It's the only way that's going to stand the test of time, especially as our industry grows so quickly. So let me give you an example. I think this will highlight it better so you can use this tactic in your own business. So back when I first got started in home business, I went through 328 presentations in 3 companies, didn't sell a thing. I knew I had to change something. Something was broken, right? And it was my skill set. And a large part of it was my marketing. And what I realized was I was saying the same thing as everybody else and blending myself into the background. Like uplines, company events, most bloggers, they don't really know what works. They just know what appeases the masses, what keeps them paying an auto ship, what sounds sexy. But really, it isn't actually what works in the real world. So what happens is we have all these hundreds of thousands of representatives in different companies, and yours too, all saying the exact same thing. You get what's called marketing blindness. People have seen the message before. I was saying, I guarantee I can save anybody money on any travel. Well, no, everybody knows that every company has a specific areas of strength, so they don't believe you. When you know, if I had been a nutritional company, I'd have said, hey, in fact I was in a couple, and I said, hey, I guarantee our berry is the purest. I guarantee ours loses you weight the quickest. I guarantee ours builds you the most muscle. When has there ever been a supplement that said, hey, you know, we won't lose you weight the best, we're not even the purest, but buy our stuff anyway? When has there ever been a travel company that said, hey, we can't guarantee you anything because our product is mediocre, but come along anyway because sometimes we are the best? No one responds to that, right? So everybody says the same message. So everybody blends into one another and it becomes random as opposed to predictable. Whereas all of a sudden I was like, you know what? A big reason for me joining this travel company is I want to take my wife and daughter to Disney. I had a vision board. I had a picture of Disney and cut out us as a family and stuck it on there. I used to think about it. I used to close my eyes and think about it when things were tough and be like, man, I can't imagine like the look and the pride on my daughter and wife's face and how I'd feel driving them through those famous gates. The memories we were going to create. These things last a lifetime. They're going to set your child up for many memories and your family take a break. I mean, it's just amazing, right? It's an amazing experience, which we ended up doing. Now, the problem I had at that time was I couldn't afford it. And I couldn't afford it any other way other than through the product, the membership of my travel company. So what I started to do was to attract the right people and honing on those fathers and their specific problem of they want to take their kids to Disney but they can't afford it. I've started to put out travel tips. Hey, you know what? You're a father, you want to take your child to Disney or your family to Disney. Here's 3 ways that you can save some money doing that. And I talk about the times that you could book flights where they were slightly cheaper. Different tickets you could get at different times, special offers, deals, coupons, all these kind of things, right? I did some research online and pieced it all together. And then at the end of the information, I'd be like, hey, and by the way, we just booked to go to Disney this year. The only way we've been able to do that is we're saving 75% because of this specific travel membership. And if you want to take a look at it, go to this link and I'll walk you through the information. And you could easily say, schedule an appointment, whatever, right? You can choose that, register for the webinar. But can you see how now it's not what I'm showing them, it's what they see that has changed, it's shifted. You're a father, you know I speak your language. You can feel the legitimacy and the congruence of what I'm talking about. And because I'm talking your language and it's a specific problem that you and I both have, you're like, there's trust there. You don't care about my results. You don't care that I hadn't been to Disney or not. Loads of people bought that product and signed up to me before I'd even gone and took that trip. Because they were like, this guy is saying exactly what I've been thinking about in my own mind. It's like he's got a microphone in my brain, if it was possible, right? One final point I want to make that a lot of people kind of worry about when I first teach them this is they say, well, Richard, right now I'm marketing to everybody. Now I'm shrinking down who I can market to. Listen, what do you want to do? Do you want to go for the whole pie and get none of it because no one listens, no one's responding? Or do you want to go for a slice of the pie and get every single person that's in there? How many people do you want in your team? Like, how many people do you want in your customer base? How many products do you want to sell? 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 would put you way off the chart in terms of your earnings. So as long as you have a group of people where there's 20 or 30,000 of them in that group, then you're absolutely fine. And using the internet these days, you can reach definitely that number of people in all sorts of obscure types of audiences. So you have the confidence, you can definitely do this. This turned my marketing around, and it will do the same for you if this is the first time you're hearing it, or if me repeating it now moves you to action to actually implement it and do something about it. Speaking about doing something about it, I'd love to get to work in your business with some more knowledge that I've got. So I'm holding a webinar really soon, maybe even this week. If you go to richardmatharoo.com/webinar YT, as in webinar YouTube. I'm doing this for my YouTube audience. So what you're going to see there is you're going to see a webinar that you can register for free. And by attending, I'll give you a free success strategy workbook as well, just for attending, so you can take what I teach you and put it into your own home-based business as well. We're going to talk about the different habits you need to have on a daily basis to build a business successfully as a home business builder. And we're going to talk about the 3 fundamentals that you need to track. You need to track these numbers on a daily basis if you would all want to know where your business is going, how to fix it, and how to grow. There's a couple of different steps that I take on a daily basis that always gets me leads and sales. I can teach you that. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, a big secret as well of 6- and 7-figure earners. Every 6- and 7-figure earner I've ever met knew this, said this when I asked them for advice. I've never seen anybody that isn't creating results learn this, and once I taught them it, made a big, big difference. So we got all that jam-packed into a webinar. Pick the time, book it in your diary. I guarantee you it'll be worth your time, worth your investment. There is no financial investment, just your time. I'm going to teach and pour into you exactly as I have here. I mean, we've gone like 10 minutes. Imagine what I can do in an hour or 2. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. I'll be at that webinar. I hope to see you there as well. Have a fantastic day.